Hey folks, Steven here. Thank you so much for your business. Thank you for this opportunity for me to be able to reach out to you and provide you with all of my knowledge and understanding about firearms and firearms education. It really does mean a lot to me considering the options that we have out there. You chose me, and I am very grateful for that. So folks, without further delay, enjoy your video, and again, thank you for your business. Hey folks, Steven here with Noble Arms, Firearms Education and Training. For this video, we're going to talk about what I call the ugly truth. This is going to enlighten some of you, but for many, this might come as something we've known about, but never really took the time to really appreciate the severity of it all right? Again, we're going over the ugly truth, all right? So to start out, we're always, you, me, the law-abiding citizen / gun owner and operator. We are at a constant disadvantage. How are we at a constant disadvantage, you might ask? Got a gun on me, I'm good to go, right? Unfortunately, that's not the way this works. Simply having a tool to accomplish a job does not mean you're good to go. So what am I talking about? What disadvantages do we have? Well, for example, the opposition, the non-law-abiding gun owner / operator, the opposition gets to choose who to fight. They get to choose when to fight, where to fight, and how to fight. Constant disadvantage for us. We're always in the state of reacting. All right? As much as we could possibly be proactive in evading or stopping something from happening, we can't control people. You can't control me, I can't control you. Period. So we have to live with this fact. The opposition gets all those advantages. Who to fight, where to fight, when to fight, and how to do it. They get to pick out the person, the location, a gas station, a parking lot, a convenience store, inside the convenience store. You know, they get to choose all that. They get to choose the time of the day. There is actually a preferred time of day for the opposition to make their moves, as well as how. They, whomever they are, with whatever resources they have, get to choose the weapon or tool of choice to commit their actions. We don't. We're going about our day. Had to stop and get gas. Picking up some milk on the way home. Had to pick up some medications. We are occupied with our lives, with doing the things we need to do throughout the day. The opposition, however, has a very much more narrower focus, and that is coming after us. They get more time to think and plan it out. Now, of course, do they always? Of course not. We can go on YouTube right now and see plenty of robbery flops that just, it was doomed from the word go. Of course that happens. However, it still happens, and there are times they succeed. With that said, all the ladies out there, here's an ugly truth for y'all. Predators will always find a female to be the easiest target. It's an unfortunate reality, but it is a reality. Ladies are seen as an easier target. What can we do about this? Well, we need to continue to grow in our skill, in our knowledge on how to act accordingly when we're out and about conducting the everyday life things. We need to be more aware of our surroundings. Simply going to the range once a week or whatever, while it is good, while it is helpful, that in of itself is not enough. So one of the things that I talk about with my entry-level students, we go through a series of fire. We'll fire a good 50 rounds, but mid between those 50 rounds, we'll get out to, about 7 yards or 21 feet, which, according to statistics, is the furthest average one can expect to potentially engage with a firearm, the furthest distance. Typically, it happens a lot closer, all right? But the furthest average is 21 feet or 7 yards. So, with those entry-level students, we'll get about halfway or so through 50 rounds, and then I'll tell them, all right, let's stop. Let's walk up to those targets and let's look at them carefully. I tell them, look at the highest shot you took, the lowest shot, the furthest left, the furthest right. I call that the overall shot group, okay? So let's just say a student, the highest shot, the lowest shot, furthest left, furthest right, all landed here. Let's just say on their target, this is where they landed, all right? From the furthest distance of 7 yards or 21 feet. I remind them that in this training environment, in the training environment that's non-life threatening, that is low stress, this is what they were able to do if this was their overall shot group. I then tell them, now imagine that shot group 3 times as wide. So we were here 3 times as wide. That, ladies and gentlemen, is more accurate, is most likely how you would perform in a real life and death situation. This is good in the training environment. Obviously, this is better, because if you make this 3 times bigger, 1, 2, 3, still on target. So we need to consistently grow in our skill. We must not stay stagnant. You must not get complacent. Somebody out there is training for the day that they meet someone. That someone could be you. Are you going to be ready? I want you to be ready. So folks, that is what I have for you on the ugly truth. It's something we've known that is there, but until someone actually says it, a lot of times we just don't really appreciate the severity of what it is. So folks, remember that. Don't get complacent. Simply having the tool and being able to physically operate that tool does not mean you are proficient. Does not mean you are ready in the event you had to use that tool. You cannot just, anybody could simply pick up a hammer and start swinging it. But until you start to train and learn how to properly use that hammer, you're probably going to miss the nail. You're probably going to hit your hand. You're probably going to hit too hard, not use the right one, use something that's too heavy for something that requires a light touch. Simply having the tool, folks, does not make you squared away. It's a step in the right direction, but it does not make you squared away. So folks, that's what I have for you today on the ugly truth. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it allows you to really think as you're out there doing your day-to-day, living your life, so that you can live it more aware and safer. I appreciate y'all's business, folks. My name is Stephen Noble. God bless, stay safe, and keep training.